And you guys also do events here locally in Homewood. I know about the chili cook-off. Are there other events that you guys do?
Yeah, so we have two premier fundraisers each year. Our chili cook-off, which is always the first Saturday in March, which is our largest fundraiser. And we do an event called Dinnertainment, which is completely different from the chili cook-off, but just as much fun and maybe more in some ways. I think this is going to be our 8th event coming up this September. It's always been hosted at the Country Club of Birmingham, and really what the event is a night where our participants put on a dinner theater performance for an audience of like 400 people. And so our guys get to go on stage and sing and dance and perform. And, you know, for a lot of these guys, it's really living out their dream. I mean, a lot of these guys have dreams of Hollywood and, you know, just a real grandiose dreams. And it's, you know, for that night, you've got the bright lights on you and you're on stage and people are cheering for you.
Yeah.
And it's a fun night. It's always themed. So we've done a tribute to the 70s and 80s. We've done a Grand Ole Opry event. We did last year's was Broadway, and this year's will be Vegas. So it's kind of cool to work within the parameters of a theme and just kind of what our guys are interested in. And there have been there's a tear-jerking moment every single year. And then there's moments where you're just falling on the floor because these guys are just hamming it up and just going wild on stage. And it's one of those nights that we all look forward to a great deal.
So with that, you said only 400. How do you get access to this exclusive
I know.
entertainment?
Well, it's one thing we hate that it's so exclusive, you know, that because we really don't even sell tickets to this event. Tickets are sold by table sponsorships, you know. Before we've never just like advertised tickets because we can't. They're gone, you know, before we could even sell them. So we're looking at ways of growing it. And we actually in 2020 during the COVID pandemic, we did a virtual event, which, you know, we had people watching in California and you know, just all over the country. And that was a cool night where we some people got to see the event that ordinarily wouldn't have. And so I think going forward, we're going to find more ways, whether it's virtual or whatever it may be, to, you know, this is an event that everyone deserves to see. And we're hopeful in the future we can find a way to kind of mainstream it to everyone.
Can the parents at least get like a recording of it?
Oh yeah, we always have parents there, and we typically record the event in some way. The 2020 event is on YouTube, so anybody is welcome to head over to our YouTube channel and check out the event. It was really pretty seamless for never having done a production specifically geared to be filmed like that. It was really remarkable how seamless it worked out, and we're real proud of the product.
Nice. What about the chili cook-off? What does that look like when it happens?
So it looks like the zombie apocalypse on Lakeshore Drive. It is one of the largest events in Birmingham. It might be the largest non-sporting event in Birmingham without a large music festival these days. I struggle to think of an event that attracts, you know, upwards of 10,000 people that doesn't involve a football of some sort. It's always pretty obvious that there's a ton of people there.
Yeah.
But then when you see like the drone overhead picture and you see there are just cars parked all up and down Lakeshore Drive on the median and on the shoulder, and it just looks like something out of a disaster movie, but it's really the opposite. It's really just a great event that people want to come to, and no matter where we are, there's going to be more interested people than there are parking spaces, unfortunately. And yeah, we've, you know, we think there were probably about 10,000 people here last year. There were 135 teams cooking chili. We had 150 tents total. It is just, it's kind of, you know, we like to think of it as the premier spring event, you know, in Birmingham. It kind of kicks off the season. It's always the first Saturday in March. As long as the weather's our friend, and it has been the last few years, and knock on wood that it continues, we're going to have a great crowd, and it's family friendly. You know, people, you know, whether you're 5 or 85, you can come have fun at the chili cook-off, and it's just one of those special days. And we're definitely, you know, efforting to remind people what it is about. We've learned over the years that some people just think it's a chili cook-off, and It has no kind of correlation to any kind of nonprofit or charity, but it does. And it was created by our junior board 18 years ago. And so we just, it's always on our minds to let people know that, if you're supporting the chili cook-off, you're supporting something greater than a bowl of chili.